Welcome back, Body Doubling friends. This is Quest Body Doubling with Tara Lewis Smith, and I'm your host, Tara. So if we are on day 13, 10, 13. So if you have been joining us, I am going through, we're spring cleaning, organizing, decluttering, that kind of thing on the spectrum. So I'm trying to do things small and in stages. So if you need to watch another video or go longer, you most certainly can. We are going to go for 15 minutes today. This is just kind of like a little challenge to get some little wins, because I feel better when I actually do accomplish something. And also, I was going to tell you today, before the video or whatever, if you finish this video and you finish a project, or you at least start a project and know that you can loop back to it because you started in a small batch, I want you to think about how you're going to celebrate yourself. Because I think a lot of times we'll accomplish goals, but then we'll just automatically think like, oh my word, I have all this other stuff that I have to organize, and I have all this other stuff I got to declutter and clean and all that. So after you do this video, make sure you have an idea of go sit on the patio for 5 minutes, or get an iced coffee when you go through the pickup line, picking up your kids after school. So just do something little that you know that you accomplished something, and celebrate it, no matter how big or how small. You should celebrate it. You also should get a drink of water. So because I feel I need to drink my water, but before we get started on our 15 minutes, you always want to start with at least 4 types of treasure chests, bins, boxes, bags, whatever you want. There is literally there's no limit to what kind of box that you want, or a storage container. Just make sure it fits what you're doing, right? You want something that's big enough, sturdy enough to hold heavy stuff, that kind of thing. Depends on what project you're working on. So, but you need at least 4. You need 1 for trash, 1 for stuff you want to keep, 1 for stuff you want to give away, 1 for stuff that belongs in a different location. You can have a 5th one for your maybe then, and you're not sure if you want to keep it or if you want to get rid of it. So sometimes we need a maybe box that we kind of loop back to every 3 to 6 months or a year. So make sure you go and get those, and we will be right back. Did you get your bins, your baskets, your boxes, your treasure chests, or your bags? Because make sure you want 4 of them. Make sure you also got a drink of water, because we are going to go for 15 minutes starting now. So in the last video, I kind of cleaned out this area. I'm still not completely done. And I did have to stop because I didn't know exactly where I wanted to put everything. So that's where I'm at. But I have these little bins, and I'm just looping back of where I left off. So that's what I'm doing, and that is totally fine to do that. I got different sizes here. Okay, and you should always just take your stuff out and not go through it. So we want to look at that, but we're just going to set that aside, and I will look at that. So, okay. Get rid of the rusty ones, or try to clean them off. I'm pretty sure this was an entire set, but I don't know how the set goes. So it's just tossed in here. So. Sorry, that was loud. we got all that out. And I forgot to close the correct swing. So they're fine. I think they're still good. All right, so we're just gonna clean this out. So, you know, just in case this is your first time seeing this video and you just came across this one, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. But my methods are a little bit different just because I am like highly down the spectrum. But basically, every project you want to start is you want to just take everything out, okay? Don't take the time to like organize. I mean, I do have it a little bit organized here just because I've been working on it. But like if you have some project like with all the clothes and stuff, take all of the clothes out of the closet first, throw them all on the bed. I know it seems overwhelming, but I've seen like shows like where they take out like one piece of clothes at a time and try to decide if it works. Okay, that only works, number one, if you have a body double. If you have the, you know, home organizer or interior designer with you to keep you on track. Because if you start just taking one stuff out of the thing, you know, that's how we get sidetracked. And we start trying stuff on, and then, so my philosophy is just to take everything out, and you can put it in one bin if you want, one box, one treasure chest, and then divide it up. You know, and there is going to be periods of time where you probably will go down memory lane. It just can't be helped, really. That's just what we do. But for the most part, to make the most of the 15 minutes, you just want to get as much done as possible and already have like your bin set out. So I already had these set out, so that way I could easily sort through them. And then I have my trash pile over there. So we have all of this, and so this is all. We have so many wrenches. It's unbelievable how many wrenches we have. Some of them are kind of rusty, so I think what I'm going to do, sorry, camera. I hear my drama teacher all the time. Do not turn your back to the audience. What was I going to say? Now I got sidetracked. Okay, so I have a ton of wrenches, so I'm going to sort through them. Oh, I was going to put the rusty. What can I put? Okay, hold on. Back to the audience again. I'm going to see here. I'm going to trade this out. I'm going to put this here. I just, you know, and also, you know, make sure you're also new here. I also talk about putting stuff that, you know, make sure you have the stuff that you use. Because I totally went around my house and just looked at all of the bins that I've ever bought. Because I thought, if I had the perfect, pretty bin, then my life would magically, you know, be better, right? You know, if I had the bin, if I had the cloth, you know, the cloth ones, you can tell mine are a little outdated, but I have gone with the clear plastic bins. I've been through the cloth bins phase. You know, but in reality, it's not necessarily the bin. Like we went over my pantry, I had the teal ones when the teal was all in rage and everything, but you need to figure out what actually works for you. Like having just bins around your house is not going to work. It's going to be great to look at, like aesthetically pleasing, where everything's just in a bin and you can't see the stuff, but then that's 100% depends on how far you are in the spectrum, where you land on the spectrum. That's, you know, with the ADHD tax, like you forget you have stuff, and so then you go out and buy more stuff. So my mission is, with my clients, with myself, with the videos, is to actually have a system that works for you. Make sure everything is labeled, everything has a place, everything is anchored where it's supposed to go, clearly labeled, and that kind of stuff. And then I've also I started with Christmas stuff, but now I'm thinking I'm going to start with other areas of my house. Is just like have an inventory log, like, because I used to do sales, and I worked at Hallmark for many years on and off, and so we would have, you know, an inventory of what we actually had in the store. And I think that works a lot, because then we would just go to the book, and then we would just see what we had. And I think that works a lot with, you know, in your house, like managing your household as well. So you can find more about that in the membership thing. So make sure you start small. So I'm just gonna like start putting these in piles now, because those are all the. So let's see if we have a set of anything. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's 1 inch. Okay. 5/8. So I'm just gonna put them because I have a whole bunch of these over here. I think this was. Ton of these type of things. Okay. Oh, I work this. It's really big. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Not loud, I'm sorry. I'm going to start putting these in another drawer because there are lots of them and they probably go on their own. Okay. Alright. Okay, I am just banging up the place here. Sorry about that. I will turn down the volume and we'll just play the music in the background, right? Oh, that's a good one too. Okay, so we got about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes left. So whatever you're working on, just, finish it up a little bit, and then we'll go and make sure that you come back to watch another one. If you're not done, you can always stick around for the next video. That would be great. Because I am clearly not done. So. Over there. That's not gonna stay. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I have these. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Okay, so now I have the top part. Maybe put all of this extra stuff in the top. I think I'm gonna have help with this. I'm gonna use this later. So, still recording. Okay, make sure on the remote, so we want to make sure we're still recording. Okay. I did get this, like, I don't know, a while ago. I did get this, like, rust remover stuff. So, and it worked pretty well, but it kind of made, it did eat at the iron stuff. Okay. I'm going to toss this. I'm just going to put these in here. All right. Okay. All right. So that is 15 minutes with Quest body doubling. So whatever you got done, you did awesome and amazing. And make sure, do not forget to, this is your homework or your assignment or just a reward, a suggestion. You don't have to do it, but whatever you got done today, make sure that you reward yourself for it. Also, make sure you go get some water real quick. Daily reminder to get water. So, and if you're not finished, but you should still celebrate, no matter how much you got done. You took 15 minutes to organize something in your home, so good job. You're doing great. But make sure you do. Not in all seriousness, you do. You do need to celebrate. I know it sounds corny, but you 100% need to celebrate yourself. So you did an awesome, amazing job today, and I will see you in the next video.